that conversation. The real place where this conversation came up is actually something that happened with me today with my sister. Uh, but I mentioned some scenarios in the past, you know, with other people that I no longer speak to, or they no longer speak to me. You know, it's cool. Um, so today, you know, the other day, my sister picked up Aaron, uh, and she said that I could not touch her belly because I still do tarot, and she believes it carries energies. So I sent her a text, and admittedly, it was lengthy, but it was because there are things that she does, that she participates in. There's things that my parents participate in, that do have energy. And I proceeded to give the names, okay? Baal, Asherah, Mammon, Jezebel. Dang, I forget the other one, okay? But essentially, I was telling her, okay, I do tarot cards, yes. But people who molest, who rape, who steal, commit fraud, those are people who you're actually already in the energy that you claim you fear me transferring to you, right? So that was the basis of the conversation. And her response to that is, I don't even know what you're talking about. I'm not about to go back and forth with you, you know, yada yada. And I'm not about to go back and forth with you, but I wasn't, there wasn't anything that I said that even elicited that type of response, because it wasn't to go back and forth. It was to acknowledge that, okay, you said that you're afraid of my energy and you do not believe in what you believe in. You do not want me to touch you. I just want you to know that I don't need to touch you because you're already in that energy, right? But she completely shut it down. She didn't even bother to really investigate what I was saying. It was clear as day, but that's what people do when they're in their religious religious delusions and abusive behavior. So that is actually what inspired the earlier video. I just so happened to use examples from when I was dating to convey that information, because it also helped. It also happened to me in my dating life. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about, because obviously I'm still in therapy and things like that. One of the most frustrating things for me has been the fact that some triggers are still not completely disabled, obviously. And what I experienced over the winter with G was very, very frustrating. And it's frustrating because logically, I know what to do, right? I know that when you speak to someone and they're not responding, that you should not be texting them 20 times, you know. I think the whole number was 55. I know that logically, you know, logically I know that. 333. And hello, wife 222B. Hi. I know that logically. In my mind, I am very intelligent. I know the root of my trauma. I know the root of the trigger. I very much intellectualize some of the things that that I go through a lot. So you can intellectualize an issue and be logical rather than deal with the emotional mind. And the emotional mind and the logical mind are not one. They are two different sides. So I've experienced a lot of frustration with that. And so I go into therapy and I'm talking about it. And I just want to remind people that your emotional mind and your logical mind are not one. And you can have the complete understanding of something that you're experiencing and still be unable to enact it because your emotional mind is still regressed and has not caught up to your logic. Okay, So, I know, I know the age that I am for certain emotions. When I am angry, I am 8 years old. Um, when I'm scared, I'm like 12. And when I'm being abandoned, I am 8 months old. I don't know why it's 8 months, but years ago, when they have you sit and they have you imagine yourself and whatever inner child is in you. You can have multiple, because as you're experiencing traumas, and if those traumas are not resolved or you are not found within a safe place, you are unable to grow from that point. So, in my mind, when being abandoned, I am 8 months old, but I am 35 years old. I have all the knowledge of a 35-year-old should have, for the most part. Again, you'll never stop learning, right? But when you leave me, I am 8 months old. And I think I know why. Now I know why I say that. Because when Natanya was a baby and she was just starting to like walk around and crawl around and things like that, she could not be away from me. Okay. I've said this before, my father used to call it the 6 foot rule. If I was not within 6 feet of her, she would have a fit. She is to this day, she is still my most attached child, and we don't even live in the same house, right? It didn't matter if she was literally in the next room with my sister, and she loves my sister, she would cry for her mother. So one day I had to get a gate because she would be so bad in the kitchen. She'd be like trying to hold on to my legs, and I'm trying to, move pots and pans. So I got a gate and put it in front of the kitchen door. And I remember her crying and screaming, and it's like I would come and be like, "Hi, I'm right here. You can see me. Hi." And she would cry the whole time, right? As if I was never coming back, and I was literally in the kitchen. And I remember saying to myself, like, dang, I really wish I knew what she was saying. That would be so crazy if I would know what she was saying. So flash forward a year later, maybe 2 years. I have the gate in front of the kitchen. And now she can speak. And again, she's still very attached to me. That's why the gate is there. And what does she do? Why are you over there? Why are you there? Why are you in the kitchen? Why are you not over here? Can you come over here? Can I come in there? Why are you there? Can you come back? And this is, a 1.5, 2-year-old child, right? But I can't even really like, I'm an adult, and so I'm saying all that stuff to you, adult. But in my mind, I'm still 8 months old when you leave. Or I think you're leaving. You're not even leaving. And I know that you're not. But I'm 8 months old, and I don't have object permanence. So that's really annoying. It annoys me a lot. And so I thought I would bring that up to people. That there's nothing wrong with you. You are just at the spot that you were left at. You have not gotten the practice or the experience to do it. But you will eventually. And the more people that understand that, the more people will have patience for it and maybe behave like a responsible adult when you know someone has that issue. Thank you, wife 222B, for your comment. So expressing emotions is not arguing. And there's some people out there whose emotional mind is that of an 8-month-old baby. Okay, be kind.